All right, so what should we not eat when we're doing intermittent fasting? A lot of times people say, well, what should I eat? Well, sometimes if you sort of have a list of what you want to avoid, it makes things a lot easier. And it will make the fasting process go a lot easier as well. If you're eating high nutrient dense foods, it'll make fasting a lot easier. If you're eating these 4 items, it's gonna make fasting a lot more difficult. So let me give you 4. And the first one I wanna start with is refined carbohydrates. This is pretty much anything if you think of like pastries, breads, candy, cakes. Now again, if there's a special occasion and you want to have something, there's nothing wrong with that. But to day in, day out, add bagels. Let's say you're having eggs and with bagels, cut the bagel out, okay? If you want to replace it with something, maybe some cucumbers or tomatoes if those react okay with you. But it's the simple, small decisions that you're going to do on a daily basis that'll really make the biggest impact. And I see this time and time again. They eat something that's somewhat healthy, like eggs, and then they add a muffin to it, or they add a bagel to it. So if you could just day in, day out make those small decisions, like avoiding refined carbs, it'll go a long way. And it'll make fasting easier and weight loss a lot easier. Second is obviously sugar. We always hear about sugar. Sort of goes hand in hand with refined carbs. Okay, refined carbs are processed to the point where they're pretty much sugar. But again, sugar, candies, cakes, things like that, it's in almost every packaged food. So a lot of packaged foods, you want to just keep an eye on the sugar content. Read labels. Maybe I'll do a video on reading labels, but it's really important to take a look and see what's on that label. One of those things that's on that label a lot is trans fats, veggie oils. I've talked about this in the past, sunflower oil, canola oil. This is like the secret to a lot of food companies. Big food companies put this in their foods, gives it the stable shelf life, and they're cheap. But you know what? They're not very good for all of us, causing inflammation, diabetes. So vegetable oils, I talked about before, but even in bags of trail mix, even in healthier organic items, you're gonna find vegetable oils. This could be salad dressings, commercial dairy, even like sauces. You're gonna find veggie oils in a lot of things. So make sure you read labels and look. Even an organic peanut butter that I just purchased, that I didn't purchase, but actually my mom purchased, it looks all healthy with great marketing, but you read the back and there's veggie oils, there's canola oil in it. So got to really read those labels. The 4th thing I want to talk about is artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners is being used a ton, especially you see it in the keto world as well, because they're sweetening with erythritol, which in small amounts can be fine, but a lot of times sugar alcohols can cause bloating, and they can actually add to cravings and sweet, so they have sort of that sweet, but they don't have no calories in them. So a lot of companies like to use sugar alcohols, but it could cause bloating, and I would just keep an eye out for them. The one that you hear probably most is, aspartame. So aspartame is was a main ingredient in Diet Coke. And if you just Google aspartame, I could probably spend a whole another hour on the side effects of that. But you want to avoid the Diet Cokes, all the diets of the world, and try not to drink anything with artificial sweeteners. Even bars, a lot of bars use artificial sweeteners. Just got to be careful. If you can't really pronounce it, I like to say if you're reading a label and you can't pronounce it, it's probably not good for you. So keep an eye out. I hope this helps. So just to recap, avoid refined carbs, avoid as much sugar as you can possible, trans fats and veggie oils, which is in almost everything. Keep an eye and read labels, and also avoid artificial sweeteners. Those are 4 ones to start with. Give that a go. Hopefully that'll help the fasting process. And like and share this video. If you think someone will gain some value out of it, ask any questions in the comments, and I hope you have a great day.